cracking? What's cracking? What it do? Just wanted to tap back in, see what's going on with my YouTube peeps. What's going down though? What's up, O's? You already know. Nah, bro, I'm in Seattle. No, I'm still in Seattle, man. What's good with you though? I'm just up here chilling, man. Trying to get my motherfucking health right. What's good with y'all though? Snoop, she got busted. What Snoops? Who we talking about? I know a couple Snoops. Or you talking about old boy off of YouTube? The youngster. Oh yeah, good looking out, YouTube. Yeah, I just decided to tap in, man. I'm sitting here just bored as a motherfucker. I'm like, man, let me tap in with YouTube and see what's going on. Yeah, I heard he got cracked. That was like last summer, wasn't it? Last year sometime. East side, what's happening with it? What's going on? Yeah, that was like last year or early last year, I think. Ain't nobody heard nothing about him because usually motherfuckers on YouTube they be the first to know what's going on. I haven't seen nobody post anything about him talking about the outcome of the court case or nothing like that. So, anybody hear anything of what's happening with him? He got caught up there in the high desert that Victorville. I think he was from like Victorville or uh, Barstow or something. And if my memory serves me right, that's like the San Bernardino County sheriffs. I think, and them motherfuckers don't fuck around. Yeah, Apple Valley. Yup, all that. Yeah, all that. Yeah. Yeah, hey, East Side, man. You know what? I'm not gonna sit up here and promise nobody nothing, man. But I got a lot of time on my hands, man. Uh, I'm stuck in this wheelchair, bro, until I have this exploratory surgery on my back, man. I done uh, a lot of my muscles and my legs have atrophied from uh, my back injury. So, God willing, I can start walking again, man. You know what I mean? So I got a gang of time on my hands. So I'm gonna put together some shit. I want to respond to I want to review like certain videos. Like the homie Chill from 16 to Life did a video the other day, and I wanted to give my feedback on it about white Crips. But I don't know how to. I'm not technological savvy, man. I mean, I got an iPhone and an iPad and I got a laptop, but I don't know how to put his screen on here, and then I I'm fucking lost. You know what I mean? So if anybody's willing to like help me out, then you know what I mean. I'll have no problem doing it. Because there is certain videos that I would like to respond to. You know what I mean? And that one, that he did was I agreed with a lot of what he said. You know what I'm saying about white Crips and how they're embraced when they hit the pen, especially by other blacks. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to respond to that. You know what I mean? You know who come up? You know who? Who's this dude? Who is he talking shit about? Who is he talking shit about? Who's reaction? I do reaction videos. I mean, I got. It's just the war stories, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man, and I've said it on here before, um, bro. Like that was the worst. Well, I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been sitting here so fucking depressed, bro. When my doctor put me in a wheelchair and was like, you can't, you know, you're not gonna be able to. I could barely, walk around, man. And then he was like, you're just gonna have to stay in a wheelchair until we can get in there, get you in there, and see what's going on. I was born with there's a condition called spinal stenosis, and I want to say that he said like 30% of them, the world is born with it, where it's a narrowing of your spinal column. And most people that have it, without if they don't have any major injuries or whatever, um, they live pain free, and they never knew they would have it unless they had like a MRI on their back. Well, you know what I mean, to my rough and tumble living, acting like an ass, you know what I mean, and then I broke my back, which is how I found out I had spinal stenosis. Uh, my shit's fucked up, and what's happening is that not enough blood is circulating down to my legs, and so my muscles are starting to atrophy. Um, and so the hope is to go in there. This will be the second time I've been cut on uh, in a short amount of time, and I'm not trying to. I wasn't trying to do that again, but I mean, I guess you know what I mean in this situation. Yeah, send me that screenshot, homie. Uh, so I would say that's the worst time of my life right here, man, because I got kids to take care of, man, and it's rough. You know what I mean? But going back to what I was saying, I said all that to say this is that telling war stories, man, that shit like physically tires me out, man. You know what I mean? Because prison was the worst time of my life. You know what I mean? Like every day that I stepped up out of that cell, um, I knew that it could be my last moments on earth. You know what I mean? And it's nothing to play with, man. I know we all get on YouTube and we laugh about it and joke about it and do all that, man. You know what I mean? But um, prison is no fucking joke, man, and it's not a place for anybody, man. You know what I mean? I mean, you got these pieces of shit that run around and do shit to kids. They don't deserve prison. They just take them out there behind the courthouse and put a couple slugs in their fucking temple. You know what I mean? And good riddance. You know what I mean? But to take a human being and place him into a box and let him rot away, you know what I mean? Is it just does something to you, and it creates an environment where it's hopeless. You know what I'm saying? And you can smell that, you can visualize that, you can feel it. You know what I mean? And it turns regular, normal people that have made mistakes into monsters. It makes them do things that they wouldn't normally do, but they do it to survive. You know what I mean? And so I look back when I tell them war stories, man. I get physically fucking tired, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm remembering a time where I knew that at any moment my life could have been snuffed out. And you know what? Yeah, I got that right now. Oops, I'm gonna check it out. Uh, I was fortunate to make it, man. And I think if you guys follow the big homie, and if you don't, please do check out his channel, man. Snow Rock, he been putting it down on this motherfucking YouTube. Every goddamn time I look up, I see a new video from that cat. And that's a good thing, man, because his story definitely deserves to be out there. Um, he paved the way, you know what I mean? But not only for that, though, his not only for his accomplishments as a white crib going through CDC, but the man that he's turned into now. You know what I mean? That dude's all about his family. all about his work, all about his wife. You know what I mean? All he wants to do is get a piece of land and some and a lake and a lake or a river to throw a fishing pole in, and that dude will be happier than you know what. You know what I mean? So that's what he needs. That's what he needs to be celebrated for. You know, and I tell him when I talk to him, man. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, you doing your thing, man. You know what I mean? And I've always looked up even before I met him. You know what I mean? I had always heard about him through the homies that had been to the pen. You know what I mean? And so that was somebody that I pointed my North Star at and was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to do it like Snow Rock. You know what I mean? In hopes of one day being able to meet him and him knowing my name. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, this is one of the ones. And I did that. You feel me? And when, you know what I mean? And when we met, you know what I mean? It was almost like we were long lost brothers. You know what I mean? I was that's big bro and I'm little bro. You know what I mean? Um, you know, dude is a legend, man. You know what I mean? And people say the same thing about me, and I don't like that title, man. You know what I mean? I just did what I was supposed to do. You know what I mean? I wasn't. I didn't change up nothing. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna change up for nobody, man. You know, if I looked at it like this, right? Like so, you know, my dad used to tell me all the time, as a youngster, man, when I was going in and out of juvenile hall and Campo and all that. You know, he used to say, you know, you need to fucking change. You need to stop hanging out with who you hang out with. You need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing that. I didn't listen to him. So what makes you think I would go to prison and listen to another motherfucker tell me how to run my fucking program? You know what I mean? But I also know this, right? I don't know if I've ever said this, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? Um, eventually, I was gonna get got. You know what I mean? And I think Snow Rock will say the same thing. Eventually, you know what I mean? Our ticket would have been punched. You know what I'm saying? One way or another, whether they got us and killed us, which probably that was probably going to end up happening. You know what I mean? Because they tried several times, or we would have had to kill one of them, and then our life would have been thrown out the window. You know what I mean? So um, that's why I don't do a lot of war stories. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, I can do them. I don't mind. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't. It's not one of my uh, favorite things to do. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's just you're talking. You know what I mean? Like that's what we would do. Shit. That's what you do. Sitting in the cell. You know what I mean? In the hole, in the shoe. You know what I mean? You sit there and you trade war stories with your cellie. You know what I mean? And it's like when you get out. You know what I mean? You're fresh out. Then yeah, you're around the homies and shit. And you wanna your chest all poked out. And, you know what I mean? Feeling all that. And, you know what I mean? You're telling war stories to the young homies. And you know what I mean? They're looking at you like you're some fucking Tom Cruise off of fucking Top Gun. You know what I mean? But then now I'm 45, man. I've got kids, bro. I've got a grown daughter that's 18 that don't fuck with me because I was a fucked up dad because I chose the streets and women. You know what I mean? Over being a good fucking dad. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to make that up with my two youngest. You know what I mean? And now I'm going through this health shit. You know what I mean? And I do it by myself, solo dolo. All that shit was for nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, glorifying the situation, bro. You know what I mean? And I definitely don't want to. I don't want to see no. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't want to see the homie, anybody, bro. You know what I mean? You could take the my greatest enemy, and I wouldn't want his kids to go through any of that, man. You know what I mean? That's just evil, man. You know what I mean? There's got to be a way that we can prevent this shit. I don't have the answer, you know what I mean? But I do know that it starts in the home because I left and went into the streets because I wanted to feel like I was a part of something. I wasn't getting the love and the attention and the guidance that I needed. You know what I mean? And that's no fault of my dad, man. You know, he was a single dad doing his thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I would like to do reaction videos. I would like to respond to some of the convicts, uh, videos and shit like that. You know, people get into it on YouTube and they try to politic and do it. I'm not. You know me, man. I'm not doing none of that shit. You know what I mean? Politic on the yard. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna politic. Well, you should have politic when you was in the pen, bro. You know what I mean? Uh, that's hard to get a situation. Yeah, see, I don't have a big family, bro. I know uh, the only side of the family I know is my dad's side. I don't know nothing from my mom's side, and my dad's side is small, and like everybody's pretty much passed on doing their thing. CXIV, Artie, what's up, homie? Salute, man. Yeah, she did get arrested, man. She's out doing her thing now. Um, our relationship isn't what it should be. You know what I mean? And that's on me, man. I have to wear that. You know what I mean? I have to. I gotta live with that. You know what I mean? And thank you, bro. Likewise, I appreciate it. You know, it's on me, man. You know what I mean? I made the choices I made. You know, and I didn't think about anybody but myself, y'all. You know what I mean? Um, I look back at, you know what I mean? I look back and I'm like, damn, because I remember I got out after 7 years, man. I paroled from Hot Desert. That shit was just wicked. And we were paroled on lockdown because we had gotten into it with the woods. And I stayed out for like not even, yeah, a little bit over a year. And then I caught a violent. Well, I was up scouting for like 11 months. And when they got me, I remember going back into that door, the sound of the door closing at Donovan when I went back in that fucking cell in Building 16. And that shit just fucking shook me to my core. And in my mind, I'm sitting here like, ah, damn, I'm really fucking back. I didn't get enough. Like I didn't get enough. And at that time, she was young. She was like 4 months old. And you know what I mean? CXIV, what's happening with it, man? 1034, what's up, twin? Okay, okay. Hey, make sure you tap in with me and let me know how it went, bruh. Yeah, that's 2020, man. I appreciate you, Oops. You already know it's nothing but love, homie. But yeah, you know what I mean. And so I sat, and they kept me in ad seg. I did my whole 10-month violation in ad seg at Donovan because of a situation with Snow Rock. You know what I mean? So I did my whole 10-month violation in ad seg. And I remember sitting there like, man, I'm never coming back, like for sure. You know what I mean? Like I'm never coming back, and I didn't go back. You know what I mean? But that didn't mean that I wasn't out there. You know what I mean? Being a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? I just got lucky. You know what I mean? Maybe God didn't send me back because He knew that if I would have went back, I would have got killed. You know what I mean? That's a real good possibility, man. You know what I mean? Like there, a lot of people on here, man, try to downplay the whites, right, in prison. And one thing about me is I never downplayed them. I never said that the whites were weak or whatever. Nah, fuck no, they not. You know, I think it's a proven fact on here that like you can look it up yourself. You can Google it, man. Since the '70s, I think the whites have committed more murders than any other race. You know what I mean? and 99% of it is their own. You know what I mean? But what group doesn't prey on their own in prison? They all do. Every organization that you can think of, that you can name. I'm not gonna sit here and name them, but we all know who I'm talking about. That's all they do. They prey on their own. You know what I mean? When at the beginning, that was the whole point of them starting that, right? So, but that's what it is. You know what I mean? But I done seen them. I done seen them whites, man. You know, when they lay the yard down, they laying it down. I mean, look at all the shit that's going on now, man. They don't let the big homies out from the back. And look at this shit. You know what I mean? You would have thought that they would have let the big homies out, and for maybe the first year or two, you know what I mean? They would have, the yards had to get cleaned up to their liking. You know what I'm saying? And then shit would have just moved on out. You know what I mean? Smooth sailing, right? Shit. Look at this shit now. It's what we're in the beginning of June, and how many murders has it been this year? That shit is fucking insane. Then I done seen the damn video of the boy Badass Snoop. Oh my god, I said, man, yeah. I don't I don't miss that shit for nothing in the world, man. I'll be out here uh poor as can be, stuck in a fucking wheelchair eating top ramen, homie, before I man, fuck all that, man. That ain't living, bro. That's existing. That's you know what I mean. That's misery. That's ugly, man. Going hammer time up in there, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So if anybody look, this is what I need from y'all. Um, shit. Hey, Dubeezy, put my phone number in the chat right there, man. Um, if anybody knows how to help me out with doing the reviews with the video in the review, to play the video on the screen while I'm also online, man, holla at me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do that for me, and then I'll do the little lives and shit. You know what I mean? That ain't a problem. You know what I'm saying? That'll be I'll do that. You know what I mean? But I got a matter of fact, there is one story I do want to tell. Uh, I'm gonna make that video today. I'll try to drop it later on tonight. I got a couple little I got to do this paperwork, man, so I can start getting paid again from workers' comp. They done cut me off. I was sitting here the other day, like, damn, where's my fucking check at? And then I try to log into the little portal online, and they talking about they're missing some paperwork from my doctor, and until they get that, they ain't gonna pay me. I'm like, hold the fuck on, man. That's what you're not finna do. But yeah, man. So holler at me, man. Um, if you know how to do that, man, if you can help me out, man, I hella appreciate that. And then look, man, me and Dubab, we supposed to be doing a little podcast together, and we gonna start going over like true crime shit. True. There you go, right there, man. 206-535-0572. You know what I mean? Hit me. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Me and him supposed to start doing something on that, man. Let me know if that's something that y'all would be interested in hearing. And we're gonna do like cases that are out there, you know what I mean? Like did it, but we're gonna do like the footwork, man. I'm talking about we diving in, you know what I mean? So but hey man, I appreciate y'all's time, man. Nothing's more precious than time. You know, we only got this one shot, man, you know what I mean? And we gotta make the best of it, regardless of our situation, monetarily, physically, mentally, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Um, So keep that in mind. Much love to y'all, man. I appreciate that. 8 people up in here, man. And I'll tap back in soon. Do busy, holla at me, twin. Ooh, so I'ma holla at you, man. Artie Moran, CXIV, you know what it is. You know what I mean? And do it hard. You know what I mean? Farmero Fruit Stand, you already know. Oh, that's why. Well, yeah, holla at me, man. All right, y'all, I'm gone, man. Hey, much love to my people, man. You already know, man. One God. God is love, man. I'll holla at y'all.